Okay, good morning guys. Sorry about the weather, but this is a good English springtime. My name's John Howland and this is Sandbanks Beach in Bournemouth, England. It's a beach I work 2 hours a day, nearly every day of the year. I use a Garrett AT Pro International. I have used other Garrett machines here, namely an Ace 250 with the larger coil, and that's been very successful. Okay, the Garrett AT Pro International is an excellent machine. It's absolutely superb on a beach environment, mainly because it's fully waterproof. It's waterproof down to 10 feet. It's sand and dust proof. It's absolutely perfect for what I'm doing here. There are two modes with this: Pro mode and Standard mode. The Standard mode, it operates very much similar to the Garrett Ace 250, and it runs silent. And then you can switch across to the Pro mode, which is a deeper mode, and it's a mode that's better in the hands of somebody that's more experienced. So buying one of these, you can start in what you might call a novice mode, then move across to the Pro mode, and you will find things at depths that are quite extraordinary. The Standard mode, the machine is running silent. As you move into the Pro mode, the machine starts to crackle and almost comes alive. And while you're working, you've got this very, very slight crackling coming through the headphones. So you know the machine is working, but it's also very sensitive. And the smallest target, this machine will pick up through the crackle. And I have found pound coins at least 12 inches deep, which is quite remarkable. Setting this machine up, I would recommend you do it this way. First of all, you switch it on. And now we're in the Standard mode. So what I would then do is turn the iron discrimination and bring that down to 35. That means that I will be digging everything that has a digital readout from 35 and above. This means that I will not be losing high value rings such as platinum and thin section gold rings with gemstones that record. Platinum records at about 43 on this machine. It's also in the area that foil records at the same. So when you get a signal, if it's registering say 43, it could be platinum ring, or it could be silver paper, or a piece of crumpled silver paper or foil. Now, in my experience, the crumpled foil tends to give a broken signal. The platinum ring gives a very pronounced signal. You can't mistake the two. So therefore, a good signal at 43, dig it. The chances are that it will be a platinum ring. If you get the same sort of reading and the same type of signal at say 46, 47, that could also be a thin section gold ring. Silver rings, however, are well up on the scale, up around the 70s, 80s, and come in with a very, very sharp, clear signal, as do coins. Now, on a beach such as this, one of the great problems we have here are bottle caps made of iron or steel bottle caps. And I've got one here which I brought along somewhere. Now, one of the banes of any treasure hunter's life are these things. Most machines see them as coins, and you can spend a lot of time digging them. This machine, however, has a circuitry called iron audio, and this iron audio circuit will actually tell you that it's iron by the sound. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch this on. I'm going to move it through to the Pro mode, move the iron discrim up to 35. You can hear the difference between the two. And this machine, give you some idea, I've knocked the sensitivity back 1 notch, but that's a pound coin. Now that's about 16 inches. In the ground, that equates to about 13. So when you do an in-air test, set the machine up, any machine, see what your in-air figure is, and then knock off a third. So a third, 16 inches, yeah, you're looking at about 12 inches on a pound coin. On a £2 coin, it will actually go to about 15 inches. I've actually dug coins here at maximum depth, and they've been, there's my digger, and I've actually picked them up to about that depth. That's a £2 coin, which is about twice the size. So it's a very powerful machine. That's a 20p coin that was close to a piece of rubbish foil with the same reading. That's a 5p, fairly deep, came out, so that's quite a good depth for a 5p coin. When you come to an area that's got a lot of junk, or you know has got a lot of junk, don't be frightened, but put on a smaller coil. And it's a fact of life. To try and get a detectorist to put on a small coil is a huge leap of faith. You must do it if you want to be successful. So really in your armoury you need this, and you need a smaller coil, possibly a bigger coil to cover for greater coverage in areas that aren't particularly full of rubbish. So you need coverage, and you need the smaller coil to pick out the good stuff. So you do need certain things. It's like golf, you know, you need 2 or 3 different types of golf club to do a particular job. Same it is with metal detecting, and same with these machines. As I say, they're completely waterproof, they're dust proof. In fact, when I finished here, I often go up to the tap and I put this under the tap, turn the tap on, wash all the sand away. People with other makes of machines look at me and absolutely horrified, but then they realise what I've got, and we get chatting about the ins and outs of various machines. I've just made a find over here. It's a sort of signal that's that you might walk on by. When in doubt, always dig. Now I don't know what's there, but I want to show you what you might be walking past. So if you follow me over, we'll walk over to where I've marked it. I've got the trowel. Now I don't know what's here. Now that sound is very similar to an English 5p piece. Some people may ignore it. Now the iron audio is on, but it's not registering as iron, so let's see what it is. It's stainless steel, from IKEA, which is a very good shop, and it's made in China. So stainless steel gives you that warbling sort of signal. Presumably if that was a penknife or something else, you'd get the same signal. So where you get that warbling signal, dig it. So there you go. The other thing you must always do, we do on the beach, is when you dig a hole, just refill it in. The reason we do that is because people come here to walk their dogs, elderly people, and they may not realise they're stepping into one of our holes. So we always like to fill them in, make sure everything's okay. And that's quite safe. Lost it. Penny. Yeah, good old English penny. There's only more in there, son. Hey, got another one. What we got here? There we are. Wow, that's an old 20 pence. That's been here some time, probably 18 months I would think. Yeah, not bad. Clean them up. I'll use wine vinegar and a teaspoon of salt in a small container, china container. Cleans them up in no time. Excellent. Make sure there's no more there. No, that's it, cleaned out. Hi, yeah, I've been here a short while. You've seen the spoon that I recovered. Fishing weight, pound coin, 20 pence, pennies, 5 pence, 2p, and that. So in a short while, that's not too bad. During the summer months, I do a lot better than this, I really do. As you can see, these coins have been here some time, so in actual fact we're digging stuff that's not recent losses. It's probably it's all from last year. And up there in the dampish sand, we've had some onshore storms recently, and I suppose it's turned it all over for us. So that's quite a good day. I'm quite happy with that. One of the advantages of the AT Pro when you come off the beach is that you can rinse off the coil. I rinse off my shovel, and you do get grains of sand in it, and this is you won't see any other detector do this. There you go. Absolutely superb. And the advantage with this machine is I can detect from here, and I can walk out on the dry sand, the wet sand, and I can go out to 10 feet depth in the water. So this machine is fully waterproof, and I can rinse it off. Absolutely superb piece of equipment. Okay, sometimes you get a heart stopper, sometimes you don't. This is not a heart stopper, it's paste diamonds bracelet, but it could have been. So that's the sort of thing you find. This one is not particularly valuable, but that's one of the reasons we come out and hunt, get out in the fresh air, and that keeps you going.